Hey guys, this is Lau from lovebylau.com, and today we're doing DIY vapor rub. So go ahead, like, subscribe, and let's get started. So this is gonna be a super quick video, okay? All we're making is some DIY vapor rub, which sounds a little complicated, but it's really not. I make mine super simple. I use 4 oils. I use eucalyptus, menthol, peppermint, and nutmeg oil, okay? The first 3, eucalyptus, menthol, and peppermint, basically work as the drawing liquid part of the vapor rub. So those of you that use vapor rub, like the Vicks brand, you'll use it for a flare up, and there's a lot of claim that, you know, it brings the tight flare up to a boil, right? That is mainly because of the drawing part. You know, what it's meant for is to get the mucus out of your body. So if you put it on your chest or your sinuses, your forehead, you know, under your nose, it's gonna draw the mucus out. It has the same effect when you have a flare up. Now the nutmeg oil is a pain reliever. It's a little antibiotic, and it also helps to draw liquid from the body. Now the liquid that we're drawing isn't mucus from these flare-ups, but it'll still work the same way. Personally, I use Vicks on only areas that aren't open. I'm about stage 3 or 4 in my axillary, so I have a lot of tunneling and I have a lot of open wounds. And I don't like to put Vicks, not even this all natural one, right? Skip the chemicals. Not even the natural one that I use. I don't like to put it on open sores just because I don't need anything else going in and possibly coagulating that liquid, making it tougher. So I only use it in parts where I know nothing is open. Sometimes I get it on my chest, and my chest flare-ups don't necessarily come to a head. They just get really big and inflamed, and then they kind of die a little bit. So I use this on those areas. I wouldn't recommend putting it on open wounds, but I've heard of some people using it on open wounds from Facebook groups, and it works for them. Some people, you know, use it and they don't feel the benefits. It takes its own time on every different person. So if I were you, I'd try this at-home remedy first. If you've never used Vicks, I'd try this at-home remedy first and use it in parts where you know nothing is open so that you're safe. And if you like it, keep it with you, you know, wherever you go. If you want more information on peppermint oil, eucalyptus oil, menthol, and nutmeg oil, go right down here to the blog, lovebylau.com. I have all the information written there, and I even have the references of where I got this info. So let's get started. Super simple. So right now my coconut oil, if you can see, is a little melted already. Yeah. That's just because it's been sitting here under my light for a little while. If your coconut oil is a little bit harder than this, when you mix it, it'll get soft enough so you can blend. If not, you can warm up the coconut oil ahead of time, turn that into an actual oil, right? Because it does clear up and it becomes a little bit liquidy. And then add that oil once it's warm, and you can put it to freeze. But right now, this is a good enough consistency to be able to mix. So I'm gonna put my oils in with my other oil and mix it around, make sure everything is evenly mixed. It's gonna get a little bit more liquefied. Now, because coconut oil is the kind of oil to harden when it is cold, it's the best kind of base oil to use when you're making vapor rub. So all I'm gonna do is throw this in the freezer for a little while, and if I need it immediately, I can just put it in the freezer for maybe 10 minutes and it'll give the cold effect. It'll make the eucalyptus, peppermint, and menthol work like it does with Vicks, so you can have that same feeling. However, the benefits of those oils, whether it's hardened or not hardened, it's still the same. So you can use it as is, just like this, you know, or you can throw it in the freezer and it's nice and cold when you use it. So I'm gonna throw it in the freezer, and then when it's frozen, I'm gonna show you how it looks. And there you have it, all frozen up. Sort of. I didn't let it freeze all the way, but it only takes about 20 minutes for this to freeze over. The edges that are a lot thinner definitely did freeze over. I'll give you a quick look. It is hardened to where you can, you know, put your finger on it, and then right there, that's about enough for a small flare up, you know, just kind of rub it on. So the measurements again are 1/4 teaspoon of all 4 oils, peppermint, menthol, eucalyptus, and nutmeg per tablespoon of coconut oil. So if you want to make a big batch, just make sure that there is 1/4 of each oil. That's my recipe. You can add things, you can take things out, just do whatever kind of works for you. This is how I make mine. And as far as that goes, that's it. For this week, I'm on Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Again, like, subscribe if you've learned or liked anything. And like always, guys, until next week, so much love.